Abul Hasan Ali al-Masudi, died 957 CE. Abul Hasan Ali ibn Husayn ibn Ali al-Masudi was a descendant of Abdallah ibn Masud, a companion of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. An expert geographer, a physicist and historian, Masudi was born in the last decade of the 9th century CE, his exact date of birth being unknown. He was a Mutazilite Arab, who explored distant lands and died at Cairo, in 957 CE. He traveled to Fars in 915 CE and, after staying for 1 year in Istakhr, he proceeded via Baghdad to India, where he visited Multan and Mansoura before returning to Fars. From there he traveled to Kerman and then again to India. Mansoura in those days was a city of great renown and was the capital of the Muslim state of Sind. Around it, there were many settlements, townships of new converts to Islam. In 918 CE, Masudi traveled to Gujarat, where more than 10,000 Arab Muslims had settled in the seaport of Chamor. He also traveled to Deccan, Ceylon, Indochina and China, and proceeded via Madagascar, Zanzibar and Oman to Basra. At Basra he completed his book Muruj al-Thahab, in which he has described in a most absorbing manner his experience of various countries, peoples and climates. He gives accounts of his personal contacts with the Jews, Iranians, Indians and Christians. From Basra he moved to Syria and from there to Cairo, where he wrote his second extensive book Muruj al-Zaman in 30 volumes. In this book he has described in detail the geography and history of the countries that he had visited. His first book was completed in 947 CE. He also prepared a supplement, called Kitab al-Awsat, in which he has compiled historical events chronologically. In 957 CE, the year of his death, he completed his last book Kitab al-Tanbi wa al-Ishrif, in which he has given a summary of his earlier book as well as an errata. Masudi is referred to as the Herodotus and Pliny of the Arabs. By presenting a critical account of historical events, he initiated a change in the art of historical writing, introducing the elements of analysis, reflection and criticism, which was later on further improved by Ibn Khaldun. In particular, in al-Tanbi he makes a systematic study of history against a perspective of geography, sociology, anthropology and ecology. Masudi had a deep insight into the causes of rise and fall of nations. With his scientific and analytical approach he has given an account of the causes of the earthquake of 955 CE, as well as the discussions of the water of the Red Sea and other problems in the earth sciences. He is the first author to make mention of windmills, which were invented by the Muslims of Sihistan. Masudi also made important contributions to music and other fields of science. In his book Muruj al-Thahab he provides important information on early Arab music as well as music of other countries. His book Muruj al-Thahab wa al-Ma'dan al-Jawahir, Meadows of Gold and Mines of Precious Stones, has been held as remarkable, because of the catholicity of its author, who neglected no source of information and of his truly scientific curiosity. As mentioned above, it was followed by his treatise Muruj al-Zaman. In addition to writing a supplement Kitab al-Awsat, he completed Kitab al-Tanbi wa al-Ishrif towards the end of his career. It is, however, unfortunate that, out of his 34 books as mentioned by himself in al-Tanbi, only 3 have survived, in addition to al-Tanbi itself. Some doubts have been expressed about some claims related to his extensive traveling, e.g., up to China and Madagascar, but the correct situation cannot be assessed due to the loss of his several books. Whatever he has recorded was with a scientific approach and constituted an important contribution to geography, history and earth sciences. It is interesting to note that he was one of the early scientists who propounded several aspects of evolution, viz. From minerals to plant, plant to animal and animal to man. His researches and views extensively influenced the sciences of historiography, geography and earth sciences for several countries.